How y'all doing today? So I've made a video in like a week or so just because it's been kind of slow fishing, and it's just in that weird period where you can go out and you can catch some fish, and I've caught a decent amount of fish. It's been at night and it's been kind of hard to record. Hopefully I'll get some recording done tonight. You never know. But anyway, I'm going to continue like a little mini series that I've kind of been doing about how I dock fish, whether that's at night or during the day. And today, or last time, I talked about how to pick a spot and how to, go to that area and fish it. Today, I'm going to be talking about what lures I use. So, I'm going to get right on that. Now, there are different styles of bait that I use in different situations that I found that worked for me pretty well. I'm going to start off with swim baits. And swim baits are super simple to use, and there's a few ways you can use them. One, I will show you this. This is a new one that I've been really using that I really like. It works very well, especially for docks. And this is the 4-inch spooltec. Now this guy, either white or I don't remember which color this one was. I beat the crap out of it. It's got all cracks in it and stuff because I hit it against the wall a lot. Anyway, this guy works great at night when the lights are out. You throw them past the light and bring it right through, and it sinks just enough where it's, if you reel it in fast enough, you can see it, but you can get it right into that point where the deeper fish will eat it too. And what I like to do with this is, as I said, in the light, slow roll it right through the light or right past the dock, in between where it's dark and where the light actually is. Or if it's any light, you just throw it through it, and this guy works wonders on bridges as well. This is a great bait for fishing those kind of situations where there's some light on it. You can fish it during the day. This isn't one I usually fish during the day. I'm just not as big a fan of it during those times. I'm sure it'll work, but at night on the lights, this is my favorite swim bait to use. It's very easy. You just reel it in slow and you don't lose fish on it most of the time. So, spooltec, the first one I use. Second swim bait I use that works pretty well is the Livetarget. Now, this is the mullet, the striped mullet, and I use this when I want to be a little bit more weedless. Basically, any situation where it's super shallow on a dock, on the sides of the dock, I throw it right up to the corner and I'll bring it through the lengthwise on the dock. I'll also throw it in the front, and you can skip this bait pretty well too. So if I got a lot of area to skip and I want to throw a swim bait a little deeper, I'll throw this guy if I want to get it toward the bottom. Also, I slow roll this right along the front of a dock because it'll sink a little bit if you reel it in pretty slow. And again, I say it's pretty weedless. So I'll throw it to the back of a dock on the side of it and bring it slowly right across the edge of it throughout the whole thing. And I will also do that around the front of it. I'll throw lengthwise, let it sink, reel it as slowly as I can, because as long as you're reeling it, the tail will move. So it depends on the situation. I usually throw a pinfish in the deeper situation, but the mullet works great too, and so does the herring. You just reel it as slow as you can right in front of the dock or right on the side of the dock. That's a great bait for that. Next and last swim bait that I like to use this day or night. This is more for if, say, there's a light underneath the dock that you can't get to with the spooltec. Spooltecs are kind of a pain to skip. You can do it, but they're pretty difficult. Whether if there's a light, as I said, under the dock, or even if you just during the day you just want to skip the bait, or if they're not like in the bigger presentation, the 3.5-inch Vudu mullet I found works wonders on those situations. Any lights that you want to throw smaller and they're eating the tiny bait fish, it's got enough of a small-ish presentation. It stays pretty high up in the water column. If you reel it up, you can even make it like a wake bait. The only thing I don't like about it is the hookup ratio isn't as good because it's just got the one treble. But you can skip this under a dock pretty easily. I put this on a spinning rod, and if there's during the day too, I can get it to the back of the dock almost as easily as a DOA shrimp. It's that good. And so I'll just bring this right through the light or right underneath structure, right in between the docks, pretty much anywhere where I'd throw these, but I want a smaller presentation. That's when I'll throw this guy. And this, as I said, during the day, you can skip this pretty well. So this is the swim bait you normally want to fish under a dock. Now, you do get hung up a little bit more because of the trebles, which sucks, but sometimes you gotta give a little bit to get where you want it to go. But this is a great bait, a smaller presentation. Now the next set is more of I'm gonna start with top water, and because there's not too many situations where I throw top water on a dock, I like doing it because I like throwing top water. But my favorite is the Spook, and more so the Spook Junior. I like the red and the white. The bone works really well. I guess it's all your personal preference. Snook, redfish, they love it. You just, any early morning situation where the sun's just coming up, fish it until the sun's in your face, or the area you're fishing is starting to get the sun actually shining on the water. Once the sun's shining on the water, topwater bite pretty much diminishes for the most part. I mean, you can get a few stragglers here and there, but I'll throw this. And also, if it's overcast, I'll throw this all day. I do love these baits. Topwater is fantastic. You just throw it along the side of the dock, get it as close to the base as you can, as close to the seawall, and you just bring it right past the dock or the flats in between the docks. You can throw it right up against the seawall, or depending on the tide, as close, as shallow as you can get it, and just bring it over. And that's basically it. Redfish, snook, they all love it. Trout will hit it, all of that. Now the last set of baits that I like to use are shrimp, and these are very easy to use. It doesn't take too much to be able to use them, except for the ability to skip baits. Now there's two different sizes that I like to use. This is the 3-inch and this is the 4-inch, and I mean, they don't look too much different, but I mean, it does make a difference. 3-inch, basically it doesn't sink as quick. This guy at least, this is forgot what ounce it was, but I like the glow color during the day as well. At night I don't really use shrimp too much. They will eat shrimp, but I like the swim baits at night. During the day I like to skip these under the docks. Even the glow works great during the day. The other color, this is a little bigger, it's a little heavier, it sinks a little bit more. This is a great bait to use during the day as well. It really all just depends on the water. If it's clear water, I like to use the darker color. If it's the water's a little dirty, I like to use the white color. You just skip it under to the base of the dock or as far back as you can, and just pop, twitch it back in. I tie the smallest loop knot I can so it has a little bit more free movement, but not really, as you can't really see it that well. You just pop it in, and snook, redfish, trout, they all love it. So this is my main go-to during the day, except for the Vudu mullet, which I'll throw during the day as well, and then the topwater. But most of what I'm throwing during the day are the DOA shrimp. I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for all the support and the likes and all that kind of stuff. If you guys have any questions for me, please feel free to let me know. I will do my best to answer them and hopefully continue this series as well as starting to make other series. So again, I appreciate it, and y'all have a good one.